Hello everybody, thanks for coming to this talk by Professor Matthiessen and me. I'm sorry I cannot be at the conference today, but I do hope that you will enjoy this video presentation.
So my part of the presentation will be focused on House M.D, an American television drama that is based on Sherlock Holmes. Let's get started. In carrying out this analysis, we have to look at several semiotic resources. Under the somatic mode, we will look at physical movement in space, gesture, facial expression, gaze, head movement, proxemics, stand, and posture. As for the auditory mode, we will look at dialogues, and within the category of dialogue, we'll look at linguistic creativity. Now, I have selected 3 scenes for this analysis. Let's enjoy the scenes.
It was yellow.
It was?
It's not anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
I thought that might be a problem, so I brought you this.
Your mucus was pale goldenrod.
Last week, yes. Should I be worried?
Oh, yes. Very.
Really? I thought I was okay now.
And yet here you are. What happened? Paramedics took a week to respond to your 911 call?
You're not a very nice doctor, are you?
And you are very bad at whatever it is you do.
You don't even know me.
I know you're going to get fired. That's why you got the new glasses. That's why your teeth are sparkly white. You're getting the most of your health insurance while you still can.
I might be quitting.
If you were quitting, you'd have known that last week. When your snot was still pale goldenrod, you're getting fired.
I just don't like being told what to do.
I can get you in for a full body scan later this week.
Thanks.
You have just finished watching the first one. In this scene, we saw that House was uninterested in offering his service to his patient. This was construed by the lack of direct gaze and his head tilt. These only changed until he heard the patient said, "I just don't like being told what to do." Because House was also forced to do clinic hours, he was able to show sympathy for the patient. In this sequence, House moved from doctor-centered, field-oriented goal to patient-centered, field and tenor goal. Let's watch the second scene from another episode.
Sore throat? Let's stop lupus. Well, not everyone can operate a zipper. You know, the up, the down. What comes next?
My new girlfriend. Never been with a guy who wasn't circumcised. So she freaked and...
Aha. And you wanted Rivka to feel all gemütlich. I get it. It's a Shonda. Oh!
I got some box cutters and,
Just like Abraham did it.
I sterilized them, which, I was told you're
Stop talking. I'm gonna get a plastic surgeon. Get the Twinkie back in the wrapper.
In the second scene, House was initially annoyed the moment he stepped into the exam room. His head was down, looking at the blood stain on patient's pants. Didn't take long before he was shocked by what he saw. Throughout the scene, he kept his clinical gaze and distance from the patient, and only just leaned forward slightly to have a closer look before he left the room to find a plastic surgeon. Although House did have a conversation with the patient, everything was doctor-centered and field-oriented. He did not really attempt to establish a tenor relationship with his patient. This can be seen through his use of linguistically creative terms and extra references. House's use of terms and references distances himself from the patient because he assumes the patient has a certain level of cultural knowledge. Let's watch the third scene.
Hi, I'm Greg.
Hi, I'm Whitney.
Hi, Whitney. How can I help you?
I have a terrible headache.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I'll get you fixed up. Is there anything else you need? Like bottled water, coffee, mint tea?
No, but that's so nice. Usually the clinic doctors are kind of rushed.
If you can't be nice, why be a doctor? So where do you feel the pain?
In the back of my head here.
Uh-huh. It's Beccaria's sign. That'll be gone by your 3rd trimester.
I'm not in school.
Neither is your fetus.
Oh, God.
You didn't know you were pregnant?
How do you know that just from the headache?
How do I know? I missed my period. I got fat, threw up. Oh, no, wait, that's how you know.
What?
I know because of the tight shirt stretched over the swollen boobs, the salt craving you imported into the clinic, the motion sickness patch that doesn't do anything for the kind of sickness that you feel in the morning.
Yeah, I'm a virgin. So's my fiance.
I believe him.
Aren't there other ways I could get pregnant? Like sitting on a toilet seat?
Absolutely. There would need to be a guy sitting between you and the toilet seat, but yes, absolutely. I was doing so well.
In the third scene, House pretended to be the sincere, nice person that he was not, and eventually had to revert to being his old self. The frequency of eye contact dropped. The frequency of head shakes and head tilt increased. He started well from a relationship-centered, field and tenor-oriented approach, but lost control and reverted to doctor-centered, field-oriented approach in the end. His use of linguistic creativity also increased his power distance from his patient, leaving her dissatisfied and confused. Conclusion: Dr. House versus real-world doctors. The first point is, House's action may be dramatized, but are not uncommon in the real world. Number 2, body language is as important as verbal language, as we can see from this analysis. Number 3, doctors in Hong Kong government hospitals said that they can only afford maximum 3 minutes per patient, and that has got worse since the report from 2016. As we can see here from an extract of the South China Morning Post. Doctors so busy that consultations are limited to 3 minutes, and a 30-hour shift is not uncommon. Point 4, the system has to change, otherwise we are sacrificing both health and care. Finally, I would like to pay my tribute to Professor Gunter Kress. I met him in 2014 7 International Conference on Multimodality. And at that time, I was still trying to figure out what to do about camera angles, and here is our conversation. Professor Kress told me that when there is none, create your own. Well, I then said, but I'm such a nobody, who's going to believe what I propose? And his reply was that he started off as a nobody too. And that was really inspiring. Just want to say big thank you to him. Here's my reference list. And now I'll pass the time back to Professor Matthiessen, my very good friend and very good teacher. Thank you very much.